Please. You don't understand.
Now, dear. Get in the police jeep. It's already past your bedtime.
I won't do it again. Please, don't arrest me.
Are you gonna get in the jeep? Or do you have popcorn for me to eat?
Do you think I'm some kind of big criminal? I made one mistake. I won't ever do it again. Please, why don't you understand?
What do you want me to understand? You committed a crime but you're begging for mercy, so I should let you go?
My marriage is the day after tomorrow.
Sorry?
My wedding. It's in 2 days.
Stand up.
Are you going to hit me?
Do you think I'm a police officer? Stand up, I'm telling you it's fine. You have your wedding in 2 days. Is all of this necessary? It was just once. I won't do it again. You know what I like about you? You're genuine. You're admitting your mistake and you're saying you won't do it again. Is that a promise? I promise. Since you have no other criminal history, I'm not going to let you languish in prison. But I need you to do me a favor. You see, this is my first case as a detective under training. I was promised that if I solve it, I'll become an actual detective. That's why I can't just let you go. So instead, I'm going to pay for your bail. The moment you're taken into police custody, you're getting bailed out. How does that sound? Are you actually going to do this for me? And do you know what to do once you're bailed out? Invite me to your marriage! How should I introduce you? Introduce me as Detective Holes. I'll become an actual detective, an actual detective, an actual detective, an actual detective. This is your Connecticut 25th, Tennessee 26th, New Orleans 27th, Utah 28th case. My 20th case. Your 28th case, not 20th. 20th, 28th, potato, it's just a number, right? Anyways, what's the plan? I want to run an individual interrogation on each candidate. Suspect, not candidate. Candidate, suspect, tomato, same thing, man. And then? And if necessary, I'll do a second round of interrogation to make a final decision. What evidence is your investigation based on? Evidence. Evidence. Oh, right. Yeah, evidence. Evidence. Remind me what that means again? Please tell me you're joking. Relax! I have my reasoning. So who are we interrogating first? And you are Irvine Elliott. Irvine, you see Irvine. Huh? University of California, Irvine. It's a public university. That's good to know. Oh, back to the investigation. Who is he, by the way? Well, make me a peanut butter sandwich without any peanut butter. We forgot to introduce ourselves. I'm Holes. Detective Holes. And he right here is my sidekick, Bobcat. So your name is Holes? That's right. Holes. Detective Holes. And his name is Bobcat. Yup. Okay, detective, I have a question. Be my guest. Why did you guys name yourselves Holes and Bobcat as if in this entire round universe of 8 billion people, there wasn't even a slightly more reasonable name to give yourselves? We're detectives, we have our loopholes, how does it matter to you? No, I just don't understand. Are you a detective? Do I not look like one to you? If you did, then why would I ask? Oh. Good point. Okay, so you're a detective, but you decide not to name yourself Sherlock Holmes because you want to be unique. Right? But now, you change your name ever so slightly so it becomes Holes. Precisely so. And can I ask why that is? We're detectives, we have our loopholes, how does it matter to you, huh? Sherlock Holmes. Holmes. Sherlock Holmes. Exactly. And James Bob Cat. Exactly. Okay, you know what? Let's move on. These are your loopholes, not mine. So what happened is that about a week ago, an antique peacock ornament worth about $4,000 was stolen from the backyard of this house. So my plan here is to run an interrogation on everyone who lives in this household and come to a final decision in the next 2 days. And what evidence is this based on? There's no evidence. It is based on probability of cause. I think you mean probable cause. Did anyone here ask? Did you see her might ask? Did Sherlock Holmes... Oh. Did Sherlock Holmes ask? Not that I'm aware of. Exactly. So what else do you know about the robbery? Yeah, so we checked the security cameras in your house, but they were broken, apparently. Later I talked to your neighbors and they gave whatever video footage they had. However, none of it captured the subject. So we are completely blind. We don't know what the subject was wearing or what the subject looked like. But the neighbors did say they heard lots of noise that morning, from around 3 to 3:30 a.m. So what I'm hypothesizing is that the thief entered through one of the side gates, crossed the security camera, broke it, and then swiped the peacock figure. But we couldn't gather many traces of footsteps. And out of the ones that we did gather, we couldn't gain information from them because they did not leave any shoe patterns, but rather an overall depiction of a foot, which means the burglar was walking barefoot. We couldn't get any fingerprint marks either, which means the burglar had to have been wearing gloves. So that's what happened. Okay, now I want to ask you some questions. Answer them honestly. Do you have any criminal history? No. Are you sure? Yeah, I have no criminal history. Bobcat? Gun! I have 2 felony charges. I was arrested twice before. Then why did you say no the first time? According to the 5th Commencement, anything you say can and will be used against you. It's the 5th Amendment, not commencement. And also, I don't think that's how it works. Askers? Did I ask? So who all lives here? Me and my 2 younger brothers. Who's the second oldest? And you are I'm Norris.
The second oldest? The middle child?
Yeah, that's correct.
So, how are you doing, Norris?
I'm doing well. How are you, sir? Oh, no. No need for formality. Just call me detective. And I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. So, we're here today to do an interrogation about the robbery which occurred in your house a week ago, which I'm sure you're aware about. I'm doing individual interrogations, and my goal is to come to a final decision by the end of tomorrow. But if need be, I'll do a second round of investigation. Any questions? No. Answer everything honestly. Do you have any criminal history? I have a felony charge. How many? One, just one. Do you have suspicion on anyone? Not that I can think of. Detective, I have a question. Why are you interrogating within the house? If the ornament is missing, there's no way any of us would have stolen it. Call your younger brother. And your name is... Landon. Nice to meet you, Landon. How are you? Hungry. What would you like to have? A veg pizza with extra cheese. Small, medium, or large? Medium. Bobcat? One medium veg pizza with extra cheese. Was that enough? Or do you want a large? Next time I go to Pizza Hut, I'm getting a small. Look, even I'm hungry. Now the faster we get on with this interrogation, the earlier we can eat. So please put your altitude aside and give me your answers. I think you mean attitude. Can you do me a favor? Go to the nearest library, and when you get to this large sign that says dictionaries, I want you to stop and stand right there. If anyone comes to get a dictionary, I want you to stop them, look them in the eyes, and say, I think you're looking for me. If after you do that, anyone ever comes to the library again, including the librarian, I'll stop saying candidate, I'll stop saying commencement, and I'll stop saying altitude. Okay? How does that sound? You know, I thought that Thesaurus Rex went extinct 65 million years ago. But yet, here we are again today. Actually, it's the Tyrannosaurus. Yes, I know, okay? It's not the Thesaurus Rex, it's the Dinosaurus Rex. I know, okay? It's actually the Tyrannosaurus Rex. Question. Do you guys also want me to join your analysis on extinct species? Or are we going to get on with this interrogation? Altitude, London! Watch your altitude. Detective, it's actually... Shut the mouth up! Well, it's not mouth, it's actually... Hey! Even when I censor, are you going to correct me? Okay, back to the point. So basically, senor, burglar stole Peacock from the backyard, okay? So I'm here to investigate who burglar is. So I'm asking questions to everyone in this household. Now it's your turn, understood? I will make end of decision tomorrow. Final decision, end of tomorrow. I will make my final decision, end of tomorrow, okay? Oh my god, I messed up that many times, didn't I? Okay, so I'm now going to ask you a bunch of questions. You need to answer them honestly, okay? Okay, proceed, but talk properly. Do you have any criminal history? No. Ow! Bobcat? Chainsaw! Where's my chainsaw, Bobcat? Felony! 2 charges of felony! So you committed a felony before, you were arrested before, and yet you have no criminal history? How? How it's possible, huh? So much good luck you have, man! Share some of it with me! I came here for the truth. The more you lie, the worse it is for you. Question 2. Do you suspect anyone? No. Okay, get lost. Bobcat, no one should leave this house overnight. Tomorrow, I need to talk to all of them together. Detective? What are you trying to get out of this investigation? What do you mean? I mean, you came here without any evidence. I don't even know what leads you have in this case. And during the interrogation, all you found out about was criminal history. I didn't come here for the reason you think I did. Sorry? There's still something important to this case which I didn't mention yet. And what is that exactly? South Dakota. 4 years ago, a crime exactly like this happened in South Dakota. I don't get it. I'm this close to solving the puzzle. What's the relation between them? If I'm going in the right direction, you'll understand it tomorrow. So you're not gonna tell me right now? Thanks for your cooperation, boys. After some heavy research, I've come to a final decision. Wait, where's Norris? He has no business here. I dismissed him. So by dismissing him, are you implying we're guilty? This is not an implication, but rather an analyzation. Analysis. Askers? Did I ask? Did London ask? It's Landon. Bobcat? Flamethrower. Okay, it's London. I was wrong. Then why did you say it's Landon? That was before you brought out the flamethrower. Sorry? Sorry. I'm sorry for lying about my name. Everything you say and don't say can and will be used against you. Don't lie. I came here without any evidence. Because I didn't come here to study this case. Look, 4 years ago in South Dakota, a peacock figure worth about $4,000 was stolen from a backyard at about 3 to 3:30 in the morning. Do you guys recall hearing about this? UC Irvine, do you remember this? No, I'm really lost right now, actually. What about you, London? Not that I recall. The important thing to note here is that in the South Dakota case, there were 2 people part of the robbery, rather than just one. Do you guys still not remember this? Okay, first of all, what is happening here? If you wanted to study that case, then why did you come here? And second of all, what's up with your investigation on this case? Stop confusing us. Say directly what you think and what you investigated. I didn't come here to study this case. I came here for the one in South Dakota. Say it directly, stop confusing us. Why would I need to investigate a crime if I already know who committed it? Say it directly! How long does it take you guys to clean up broken pieces of glass? Huh? The person who broke into your backyard was me.
person who broke your security camera was me. The person who stole your peacock ornament was me, and the person who's going to arrest you is also me. Is this enough? Or do you need even more clarity? If you stole my peacock ornament, then did you not think I would try to get it back? What do you mean? 4 years ago in South Dakota, 2 robbers broke into my house and stole a $4,000 peacock ornament from my backyard. The only mistake you guys made was that you stole from a detective. I did so much research on that crime. What I ended up figuring out is that there were 2 people involved in it, and they both, apparently, live in this house. But I couldn't figure out which 2 people in specific stole the peacock figure from my backyard. So I decided that if I wanted to figure out, I would need to come to this house. If I wanted to conduct a random investigation on you guys, I would need a warrant. So I decided that an easier way to do this is if I manipulated you guys into calling me. So I did some searching and I eventually found my peacock figure in your backyard. And then you guys, being so obsessed with it and sad that you lost it, called the detective agency that I work under. And note this down. It wasn't such a coincidence that the detective you ended up getting was me. I knew that after I stole the peacock, you guys wouldn't let it go so easily. So instead of immediately returning to my home in South Dakota, I stayed here in Utah for a few days. And what do you know? A few days later, since I was in the near vicinity, I get a call from a detective agency and they assign me to the missing case of a peacock figure in a backyard of a house in Utah. And once I started the interrogations, Irvine told me there's 3 of you. So now my job is to simply find out which 2 of you 3 brothers committed the robbery of South Dakota. Bobcat, if you were analyzing the crime during the interrogations we did, I was analyzing each of the brothers, not as suspects, but as people. When I spoke to you guys individually, I saw something in Norris that I didn't see in you 2. Sincerity. He didn't make fun of me, nor was he rude to me. I asked him how he was doing and he responded kindly. And even added, "Sir," at the end of it. Do you know what else he did differently than you 2? He told the truth. He said he had a felony charge the first time I asked. So now I was about 99% sure it was you 2 who came into my backyard 4 years ago. But I wanted to be 100% sure about it. So after interrogations yesterday, I talked to Norris one more time. I was hoping you'd come. Detective, do you think that I committed this crime? I trust you the most out of anyone. That's why I'm only talking to you a second time. When I interrogated you, you told me the truth. Are you willing to continue that? If I ask you something, will you tell me the truth? Look, Norris, I know you didn't commit this crime. If you don't feel comfortable answering, then don't answer. But whatever you do, promise me you won't lie. Okay. Irvine and Landon both said they have 2 felony charges. Do you have any idea about those? At least tell me what types of crimes they are. Both of them were vandalism of public property. Were both Irvine and Landon part of the same 2 misdemeanors? Yeah. Okay, you said you have 1 felony charge, right? Were you also part of the same 2 vandalisms? No, my felony is completely different from theirs. Could you expand on that? What type of crime was it? It's kind of complicated.
Did it take place in South Dakota?
After that, Norris explained everything to me. He said he was reluctant, but you guys forced him into being the driver for the robbery. You guys took the Peacock, quickly escaped, and had Norris drop you off. But later, the cops pulled over Norris's car and detained him, charging him of being an aid in robbery. You guys trapped him well. So well. Fine, we committed theft. But do you also admit you committed theft? I committed theft, isn't that what I just said? Detective. Everything you say can and will be used against you. Bobcat? Baking soda. Sorry, could you repeat that? Bobcat? Baking soda. Baking soda. I mean, if you want to bake something, you need baking soda, right? Hey bro, what is this? A gun? Okay. Chainsaw? Fine. Flamethrower? Maybe you want to commit arson? Also fine. But baking soda? Do we look like baking powder to you? To just stir and pour baking soda over and make a cake out of? We'll delete the evidence. I worked so hard to get this, and you want me to delete it? Would you rather be booked or baked? Okay, detective. There's no evidence. But, detective? One question. Are you a detective? Are you a thief? Are you a hitman? Are you a lumberjack? Are you a cannibal? Or are you a professional baker? Look, USD. What's USD? University of South Dakota. Let's change your name from UC Irvine to USD. Huh? Back to your question. I can be anything. All you need to do to stop me is tell me the truth. So now what should we do? Either you accept you committed this robbery in Utah and you'll be arrested for 4 months due to a lack of sufficient evidence, or I can reinstate the South Dakota case and you will be arrested for a whopping total of 16 months, Mr. Landon London. The choice is 100% yours. What if we don't accept either? Bobcat? Okay, it was me! And which crime did you commit? Both! I committed both! Arrest me for my entire life if you want. But whatever you do, please, I'm putting my hand over my heart. Please, don't say Bobcat. Thanks for your decision, Mr. Oh shoot, we didn't change your name yet. Okay, he was changed from UC Irvine to USD, right? So let's change you from London to South Dakota. Okay? How does that sound? I choose option 1. Fantastic choice, Mr. USD! Bobcat, arrest them! Where's the Scooby-Doo dialogue? Oh my! Okay, Scooby-Doo, huh? I got away with it. And you guys would have gotten away with it too, if it weren't for us melting detectives. I think you mean meddling, not melting. Should I go get the baking soda? My bad. By the way, after you arrest them, go to the bakery and order a customized cake. The text should say, South Dakota frauds pinpointed by a peacock figure in a backyard in Utah without a functional security camera, ... Hashtag hold number 28. And then come back quickly, we need to start soon. Start what? My 29th case.